Welcome back, Pastor Dave here. Today I'm talking about the global wealth rotation and basically the global wealth reset that's happening around the world. Right now, for years, especially since World War II, the US dollar has been the basis of trade around the world. And right now, and it's been for the last several years, countries like China, Russia, India, and many others have joined together with what's called BRICS, and are trying to do basically a new setup that would replace the US dollar as the trade measurement. And from that point on, take basically the control the US has for the world economy away. And right now, we're in such an economic crisis in the world right now. All the major countries owe more money probably than ever they've had, or if not that, very close to that. And they're starting to see things are just not working like it used to be done. So many things are happening, things are shifting, and we see things like, well, most nations more, as I said, owe more the debt than ever almost, and they're trying to stabilize what they're seeing in problems. And for sure, so many major nations around the world, if they had all their debt called in right now, would be bankrupt, including the US. So we have like 38, 39 trillion right now, and it's growing day by day by day. And so what are we going to do? It's looking like it's going to be worse than ever if we have a crash around the world. So new things are trying to be instituted, and we're seeing all these shifts. Gold has gone like off the chart right now as far as growing and increasing in value, selling like crazy, the prices going up higher and higher and higher. But at the same time, Bitcoin, which people thought would be a major player in this, has been crashing and going the opposite direction. And all the nations around the world, make no doubt about this, some have already instituted this. They're either set up already digital currency system in their country, like China and others in Europe, or they're doing it right now. And yes, the US is doing that right now too. And we're working toward phasing our cash out, the currency out as we know it. They're not going to do it fast. It's going to take a little by time, a little bit this. They're setting limits as far as how much money you can take out of the bank, which will make it different again too. And eventually, people and vendors and so forth, and merchants will not want to take cash. That's how they're going to do it in the US. China just did it. But here's the point. They're working towards something that's going to come to down in the future that the whole world's been working toward for years, especially in the system basically that Satan's been trying to set up. Now, gold's prices are going up. Bitcoin's been crashing, but it may restabilize and might be the main thing as a digital stabilized basis for trade. Who knows? And also, the US dollar is basically losing its dominance all around the world, more than people will admit, especially in the US. So, what's going to happen? Well, as we move toward digital currency, we see this basically global rotation of where the wealth is, and it's transferring and changing a little bit. And also, you see that people are trying to find, where can I invest and what will I invest in to stabilize my wealth in the future. Well, AI is growing like crazy. That's probably one area that people are going to be investing in more and more. Yes, AI is taking jobs away from humans, but it's the thing for the future, and it's the thing right now for everything, probably in the next digital revolution like we have with computers and so forth. So, where does this end up? Well, every major country's in debt. In short, banks, leaders, financial investors, and every wealthy person around the world that wants to make sure their money is secure, their wealth is secure, they're trying to figure out where to put it and how to stabilize it right now so they will not be losing their millions, their billions, or whatever it may be. But it's happening so fast that there's just a chaos in the economic system around the world. And something's going to have to be done, and something's going to have to be done real fast. And every country that is setting up their own digital system or everything for money is still not really creating a solution for all their problems. So where is this leading to? it's leading to the great economic and money reset and everything else that's mentioned in the Bible. So it should be no surprise. And the Bible talked about this over 2,000 years ago, or approximately 2,000, when John was given this book from Jesus to write about future times. And here's what it says in Revelation 13. It says, everyone, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, will be forced to receive some type of a mark on their hands or their foreheads in order to buy or sell. And no doubt the majority of the people in the world will receive something simply to survive. And this system of commerce will be universal and compulsory. You'll have to take it or you will be taken out of the economic system. And they're made to worship the beast. So it's happening, folks. It's getting around the corner. It's coming very fast. Should we panic? No. Because this Bible of ours that God gave us told us this hundreds and hundreds of years before it's happening. So as we look out and see things happening, if you are a believer of Christ and you are following Jesus, just realize everything's maybe falling in place. And we're getting really ready for the sprint to the finish. When you see all these things happening and getting set up as they are right now, Jesus is coming back soon. We're getting close to that 7-year tribulation, the last 7 years on earth here. And so we should all be seriously thinking, God, what do you want me to do? If you are saved, ask the Lord what specifically he wants you to do. If you aren't saved, you haven't given your life to Christ, give your life to Christ and be ready to be getting out of here when Jesus comes for his church to spare us from 7-year tribulation, the worst time the world has ever seen. But chaos is everywhere. Even the big wigs and the people that have all their money are starting to say, where can we put it? How can we stabilize our wealth? What should we do? And they are not going to be all able to figure it out themselves, because things will change. Even when they get the one world system set up for the Antichrist, things will not work until he gets here on earth and rules for the 7 years. And still then, it's not going to be perfect. But see, it's being set up so he can have his time on earth, as the Bible says he will, for 7 years, the last 7 years of this earth. So get excited for the right reason. This world is wrapping up. It will never be the same. It's changing every day, but the best is yet to come when Jesus comes back for us. He comes back to rule the world for 1,000 years. Till next time, keep on looking up. Realize Jesus is coming. And I hope you know Jesus and he's coming for you. Bye now.